Without the ones like you working tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. No matter your industry, Granger's here for you with professionally grade supplies. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger.
of psychodrama, we only know one thing, Lux. That's right. To give them the flux. To give them the flux.
These rappers is shucking and jiving and stuff, getting themselves in the shit that they can't get out of. Fucking up, here go the flux. A display of lyrics and patents and rhythms by Side and Young Buck.
For viewers' discretion, it's only factual, non-fiction, homie. The ruler, the thumb sticking out, cause you know me. Federal, pimp lock the block, you can't hold me. Situation getting heavy, ammo get low, need my homie with side.
Well, your homie right on you, you know from the fire. Go up on these bitches, it's devious as we gon' get on this shit. Let's talk, let's not sit on this shit. We the shit on this shit, they just spit on this shit.
So much psychodramatic, oh happy, get this bit crazy, the rage you with it, this shit. Buck inside is the physicist. Belligerent, feel it, cause we ignorant. Nigga, y'all in it, the flux is the subject of weight and adrenaline, the feel a bitch. Side the medic, buck the relic, and drama that did it to him once again. The chance that you get, change to your face, and the blood to the covers, undisputed bitch.
And again, to the end of the pen, be worse than this sin against men. I'm feeling fenced in, from birth saw the light of the earth, and I've been fucked up since then. This fusion, clenching, the might get that bitch contusions. It's two of Chicago's fucking gruesome. Introducing to you the flux.
What up, Taco Crew? It is Thursday night again. Welcome to the Impact Zone. Let's go.
Please don't stop this feeling in me before the feeling get to killing in me. I'm into mayhem. When the play hit the streets of havoc, and then I'm ready to your grave in. Lucifer got nothing to do with this shit. To the days of dirt, getting fucked up within. And I put that on the house, bitch. To the days of the dirt, you gon' cancel that down shit. Motherfucker, you
and you can inhale the danger. Consider this us spilling out pills of anger. Fuck around, swell a vein up and make you rebel on the stranger. Can't contain the things I'm thinking. Sometimes I be feel like I'm sinking in the motherfucking words of the rap. Floating in the ink pen, breathing and blinking as I lead you to the brink and push you off in the deep end of the issue. Out of the realm of reaching, you ain't gonna know what the fuck to hit you cause you sleeping. Chicago up in your motherfucking shit. Here to show you how worse of it fucking get. Don't play by books. I'm really up in it, burning the rules. Fuck that instruction shit.
Man, what is going on, party people? My name is Jesse, a.k.a. your very own one and only Shoutouts Smart. What's going on, man? Many of you love me. A few of you don't. I'm here for the many. Fuck the few. I'm so glad you guys are here, man. I'm so glad you guys are here. Apparently, my rant on JD's channel yesterday have triggered some and made a lot of you guys smile. You know what I'm happy about? I'm happy that I made you guys smile. Low key, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really happy that I made people angry. Not gonna lie, man. Not gonna lie. Thank you guys for being here tonight. As usual, we're gonna get into the Impact Zone, man. Not a whole lot of action going on in the show, but enough to cover. We'll get into it, man. Quick note, we got an important piece of news coming out of Impact, reported by Fightful. Moose has re-signed with Impact Wrestling. That's good news. That's good news for Moose. That's good news for Impact fans, because I think we all agreed. You know, some had differing opinions, which is okay. It's very subjective here, but I think many of us agreed that Impact was the best place for Moose. Fightful was able to confirm the news recently, and Moose is hanging around Impact Wrestling. Fightful has learned from other companies that there was interest in bringing Moose in, but as of now, we're able to confirm that none of those led to any serious talks. The new contract is for 2 years and will carry Moose into the summer of 2020. Man, that makes no sense. Hold on. Hold on. Nope, that's his old contract. I don't think he re-signed yet. Nope. Take that back. That's the 2-year deal that expired this year. That's my bad. That is an old Fightful article. Fightful did report this, but it was 2 years ago. That is my bad. Damn, I was hoping Moose had re-signed too. Shit. Nope. Take that back. Fightful did not report that recently. Nope. Take that back. Oh my goodness. We're going to come back to that. Because we have someone way more important right now in the form of Mr. Greg Goldman. With the $50 super chat says, hey Jesse, heap up the keep. I think that means keep. Hey Jesse, keep up the good work. I wanted to say this last night, but don't let the haters get to you. I appreciate your input on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Thank you. I appreciate you so much, Greg, man. It's good to hear the kind words. It really is, because I am starting to get tired of the haters. Haters come with the territory, okay? They do. And I expect it. But sometimes it looks like they intentionally try to get personal. That's when I have the problem. Don't let things get personal, man. So keep the comments to yourself if you think that it's gonna hit, a little bit close to home, but it's all good. Thank you so much, Greg. You have been with me from day one, and I see you, and I appreciate you, all of you. Thank you so much. Destiny FOMO. My girl FOMO. I'm kind of scared to read it, but here we go. The $5 super chat says Goldberg versus Moose, book it. For those of you who don't know, Miss FOMO is a big Goldberg fan. Or Goldberg stan, maybe I should put it. Goldberg stan. Thank you so much, Destiny. I appreciate you. And I do not think that Goldberg is showing up at AEW. I do believe that he will. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull this back up. I do believe Moose resigned. Nope, he's still considering leaving. Nope. No, he did. I knew he did. I knew I'm not crazy. Moose's contract at Impact Wrestling was set to expire this month. However, the former world champion will be sticking around the Impact Zone for the foreseeable future thanks to a new deal that's unlike anything the promotion has seen so far. According to a statement shared via Twitter, the ex-NFL star wants to become as synonymous with Impact as AJ Styles or Kurt Angle. And that ambition inspired him to put pen to paper on this extension. I want my name to be at the top of the list, says Moose. So that's the goal in mind. I have more I have to get done before my time in Impact is done. Not only did I sign back with Impact Wrestling, but I also signed the longest deal anyone has ever signed in company history. Interesting. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew Moose resigned. That is reported by Wrestling Inc. All right, so Moose is staying. That is awesome. Oh no, FOMO is back again. And legally, I have to keep reading this shit live on air. So, Miss FOMO says, shout outs to Larry. Hashtag Larry AEW. Fucking hell. Thank you. Thank you, Miss FOMO, for the kind words about Larry and Goldberg. You guys know that dog is ugly. Oh, okay, all right. Look. Forget it. Cutest dog ever. No dog has ever been cuter than Larry, okay? Let me acknowledge everyone in my chat, man. So tired of Miss FOMO and her trolling. Lego Brick Collector, what is going on with you? What's up with the Demonite crew? Lego. Our schedules no longer vibe, so we don't get to tie in into Issa's channel anymore. Sucks, man. Sucks, but it's all good. What's up? Christopher Smith, what's going on? Robert Logan. Cutest ugly dog ever. Ajax. Julian, what is going on with you? Thank you for being here. David Netherwald, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Funny Rob. Baby. Robert Logan. Eddie Foster, as always, in the house. J.R. Smith. Loved you with the Charlotte Hornets. That's awesome. Sinister, what's going on with you? Thanks, Mike. Rouse. Awesome, man. Got all my usuals here. All my casuals, all my usuals. Low. What up with you, man? Thanks for being here. Catherine Reed. Rockstar Patrick Palmer. Always in the house. Christopher Smith. RSTV. DJ Vampy. Thank you guys, man. So happy that you guys are here. Naft Gaming. Again, what's going on, you guys? Thank you guys for being here. Did you guys watch the show tonight? And what did you think about it? All right. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into the show. The show starts off tonight with OVE Ohio versus everyone versus Brian Myers with the good hands. I feel like we just seen this. No? Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. So we get into it. Jake Crist and Johnny Skylar start the match. They go with a back and forth. Callihan comes in and helps Crist double team Skylar for a second before Fulton assists. Skylar lands a crossbody on Crist, which allows Hotch to take over. I think they're really trying to do something here with the good hands. It seems like they're putting a lot of stock into these guys, and I can see why. Because they do work well in the ring. They do need a charisma boost, which is why they have Brian Myers. Which is weird, right? Now, I keep saying it's weird. It's not weird because in WWE they didn't have him, as a mouthpiece type of guy. But at the same time, they did trust him with a mic. They trusted him with a live mic quite often. So that is one thing that Brian Myers is good at. Skylar returns for a pinfall attempt. Skylar continues picking Christ apart for a couple of minutes. I keep calling him Christ. Crist is able to break through with the forearm off the turnbuckle. Sami and Hotch run in off the hot tags as Sami hits Hotch and Myers with a DDT flatliner combo. Fulton holds up Hotch and Crist up top. Moose runs down and sends Crist flying off the top rope. Myers runs in and hits Crist with a roster cut for the win. So Moose comes down and costs OVE that match. I think that tells us where we're heading next for OVE and Moose. Man, it is hot in my office, man. I can't turn my fan up because then it'll start getting into the mic. Let's try that. That's not so bad. Let's try that. Turn my input down a little. There we go. Let's get into it. Hold on. All right, let's get into it. Jedi Joker with the 4-month membership says, "What's up, bro? Just wanted to drop by and show some love. Fuck the few. Also, Dark Side of the Ring with Doink was a great episode. Thanks for covering TNA. Thanks, man. Thanks, Jedi Joker. And yeah, I actually pinned a link on my Twitter page on YouTube for those of you who don't have Vice TV or can't find it. You can watch you can watch it on YouTube. Someone did upload it, and it's a pretty good quality. It's a really good story. A lot of stuff in that I did not know myself about Matt Bourne. So it's very interesting stuff. And if you are interested in it, go check my Twitter and go check it out, man. So Brian Myers and the Good Hands win off of the assist from Moose. Sami and Fulton, they attempt to run after Moose as the Good Hands celebrate that big time win. So that's awesome, man. Let's see what they're doing with the Good Hands. All right. We have Dango. Dirty Dango versus Yu Gajar. Dango grabs the mic and simply says he hates pro wrestling. I like Dango's new gimmick. Dango's new gimmick is he just gives zero fucks. That's his new gimmick. His new gimmick is I don't give a shit. He said he hates pro wrestling and the crowd chants Divas Reject at him. Man, that's probably going to stick with him for a little while, man. But that's good. That's good. Dango he's such a good heel. He's a hilarious heel, man. He's like the Impact heel version of Orange Cassidy. Think about it. He's like the Impact heel version of Orange Cassidy. It's good stuff. Dango takes Gajar down to start the match. Dango shows off for a second, does a little bit of his old Fandango moves, but that allows Gajar time to get up and charge at him. Gajar rolls out of the corner and kicks Dango, following up with a drop kick. Dango rolls out to regroup, so Gajar goes and launches in after him. Gajar goes up top and goes for a gargoyle spear, but Dango evades. Dango nails the inverted DDT for the win. Very quick match. Simple. Dango moves on. Interesting to see what they're going to do with Dango going forward. I don't know how they're going to take him with this heel run. He is a heel, but he's still a little bit on the comical side. So let's see what they do with it, man. I don't think they have any kind of main event plans for Dango. But then again, there's so many different divisions and things that he could be doing, Dango and Impact. So it's interesting to see which way they go with him. We see footage of Jody Threat beating Nevaeh on BTI earlier. They shake hands backstage after that match. But then Nevaeh sees Jessica and Courtney Rush, right? Nevaeh thinks that Jessica is Havoc, which is ridiculous. Jessica's not Havoc. Jessica is Jessica, right? But they have to clarify who they are. Nevaeh is adamant that they are still Rosemary and Havoc. So the Death Dolls try to talk privately. Now, I like this little thing that they did where they're sitting there talking to Nevaeh, and then she's like, hey, you're Havoc and you're Rosemary. What is going on here? And then they go to have like a little huddle. So they turn around and go to a huddle. And then they go into the huddle and they have a camera in the huddle. So the camera's like down looking up into the huddle. I just thought that was shot very well. If you haven't seen it, I thought it was shot very well for a backstage segment because the camera's in the huddle. And then Courtney's like, all right, we got to do something. This bitch is on to us. I think she's on to us. I think she knows. I think she knows too much. I thought that was kind of funny. Nevaeh tells them they have to get back to the beginning. Then the Death Dolls run off. So I wonder if they're teasing Rosemary and Havoc coming back. We shall see. Not sure. Ziggy Dice. All right, they're backstage. Ziggy passes a verbal test to officially become a referee. He answered like one question, man. He answered like one question. What do you do if someone is holding a move on the ropes and he almost got it wrong? Shit. Then they cheat and figure it out. 5-second count. Yay, you got it. You won. You're a ref. That's how much knowledge it takes to be a referee in pro wrestling, bro. That's about it. Literally, that's about it. So Ziggy then pulls out his own referee shirt as Johnny Swinger celebrates the fact that he now has a crooked ref in his pocket. It seems like this can't fail, right? This seems like one of those things where you just go, what could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? All right. The Design versus Speedball Mike Bailey and Jonathan Gresham. Bailey and Angels start the match. Gresham helps Bailey briefly before they shake hands. They got plowed over by Khan. Angels takes down Gresham while Khan runs over Bailey on the outside. They cut the commercial break. After the break, Bailey chops Khan down so he can fire away with kicks. Bailey lands a missile drop kick and a running shooting star press. Khan stands up with Bailey in his arms and power slams him. Gresham hits Angels with a pop-up cutter. Bailey locks up Angels as Gresham puts Khan in a sleeper on the outside. They are booking Impact. They are booking Khan so well. I'm really just enjoying how Impact is booking Khan, because the last time I've seen him, regularly was back in NXT. Well, I guess on the main roster actually, where he was just a jobber. He was just a jobber, man, and I didn't know how much of a waste it was at the time. It was just, oh, okay, well, another set of jobbers. Even though I do know that the Ascension was very well treated in NXT, I just got accustomed to them being jobbers on the main roster. But coming in now and watching them on Impact for a few weeks, they're booking Khan probably better than Triple H did in NXT. That's how well Impact is booking Khan. Same for Angels. I'm just now getting familiar with Diener, but Angels is also being booked better here than he was in AEW. Now, that's not hard to do because he was just in the Dark Order in AEW, and Dark Order really had no priority in AEW. So I like what they're doing with the Design. It feels like the Design is being treated the way that Decay used to be treated. Right now, Decay is the group of jobbers, which I don't like. I'm a fan of Decay. I like Decay, so I'm hoping that they get back to their ways. But maybe I just got to go back and look at some old video and enjoy what they did then, because it does not seem that Decay is going to get that kind of treatment going forward. So let's see. Gresham puts Khan in the sleeper on the outside. There we go. Bailey flips onto Khan, allowing Angels to drop kick Bailey into Gresham. Angels accidentally runs into Diener at ringside before Bailey lands a huge kick to the jaw. Back inside the ring, Bailey tries for a tornado kick. Angels follows him up and hits a big Spanish fly. Now, this is when the dissension starts to come in, because Angels then goes for the top rope to finish this guy off. Then right away, Diener gets on the apron and starts yelling at Angels to come on, finish him off. And Angels is like, that's what the fuck I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm finishing him off. Get off the move. So Angels misses the frog splash due to Diener's distraction. Bailey lands a tornado kick followed up by the Ultimo Weapon for the win. Mike Bailey and Gresham comes off with the win. There is clear dissension amongst the design between Angels and Diener. Khan is caught in the middle. He does not like the arguing. He wants everybody to get along, just like Rodney King. But it does not look well for the design. I do like Diener. So I talked about Khan. I like how they're booking Khan. Also Angels. I'm not overly familiar with Diener, but the things that I have seen with him, he does come off as someone who's very good at that cult leader, that heel cult leader type figure. I do like that about him. I have not seen enough of him in the ring to really get a gauge on how well he works in the ring, but the character work, I like it. So I'm a big fan of the design. So of course it looks like they're breaking them up. Welcome to my world. We see a replay of Jay Vidal attacking Trinity during last week's main event. So we got Trinity, big name, coming into Impact, lots of fanfare, right? She comes in, she faces, I think Callihan King was her first match, I believe. And she got Giselle Shaw. All right. What else did she get? Maybe I'm missing one. She had a tag team match with Peraza. And now she's getting Jay Vidal. You know, we'll see how it goes. I don't like this, but I do like it. I don't mind the intergender match. I don't care. I'm all for intergender wrestling. As long as it makes sense. I do like that they're taking their time with Trinity. They're taking their time, but they're not taking their time at the same time, because they got a book for Slammiversary for a title match. So if they were just gonna take their time and just take baby steps as far as her progression in the company, having these matches with, like, you know, Vidal and, you know, Shaw and all this other stuff, great. But they got her booked for Peraza for Slammiversary. So we need to see Trinity hit the gas. We need to see her beating quality opponents if she's supposed to be getting in the ring with the champion at Slammiversary. So that's my only concern with that. We all know who's going to win that match, but let's just see how it goes. Gia Miller speaks to Trinity about Giselle Shaw getting a title shot in Australia. Trinity says she's not worried because Deanna will handle business. All right. But if Giselle does somehow win, Trinity will beat her, she says. She then shifts her focus to Vidal and Savannah. Trinity challenges Jay to a match next week if Giselle will let him. All right. We got Jimmy Jacobs reading a statement from Nick Aldis, who is not here due to threats. Nick Aldis is not here due to threats that he's gotten from last week when he decided to attack Shelly. Okay. Shelly interrupts Jacobs, though, and says he's not buying it. Jacobs says Nick will explain himself and his actions next week. Jacobs makes a comment after Shelly leaves, but then Shelly returned and just kind of knocked his ass out. So, we're going to get an explanation next week from Nick Aldis as to why he's turning heel. Awesome. That means we're going to get that explanation from Nick Aldis before we get an explanation from Brock Lesnar as to why he turned on Cody. Love to see it. We have Taylor Wilde versus Killer Kelly, man. Love Killer Kelly. I love Taylor Wilde too. I love the Coven as a tag team. They lock up, Kelly and Wilde. Oh, excuse me. They lock up to start, and Kelly switches to a brief headlock. They both pose off before Kelly delivers a few kicks. Cover attempt. Kelly goes to run the ropes, but Kylan King pulls down one of them so that Kelly fell out. Kelly gets back in, and Wilde takes control of the match, attempting a cover and striking her spine. Wilde locks in a big surfboard into a brief cover. Wilde takes Kelly to the second rope to choke her. The cover again, kick out. Kelly cuts Wilde off with headbutts and then a suplex in the corner. Kelly hits a running drop kick and covers. Kick out. They trade roll-ups before Wilde stops her with a knee to the gut. Kelly drops Wilde into a killer clutch, but Wilde rolls back and out. But then Kelly traps Wilde in a roll-up for the win. Killer Kelly gets the win. Easy win for Killer. I wouldn't say easy win, but it was a fairly easy win for Killer Kelly, man. Kelly's looking good out there. It looks like they're going to be doing something with her. And well, let's get into the post-match shenanigans, because after the match, the Coven attacked Kelly, which brings out Masha Slamovich. She comes out with the dog collar. Kelly smiles before Masha attacks Wilde, while Kelly takes out King. So the Coven run off. They retreat. They run off holding their tag team titles. It looks like we're going to be getting Masha and Killer Kelly as a tag team going after the tag team titles. I like it. I like this team. Looking at Masha and Kelly, I don't see anyone beating them for an extremely long time. I would love to see that get going. I mean, clearly they're going that way. After just the slobber knockers that Kelly and Masha had, I think they're gonna be a really good tag team. So we see a replay of Maclin and Bully brawling with D'Amore and PCO last week. Gia Miller asked Scott D'Amore about his leave of absence from being president. Scott D'Amore steps up. He takes off his jacket and his headset. He rolls up his sleeves, takes off his watch. I'm wondering how far this shit's going at this point. Cause Scott D'Amore is having a full-on striptease, bro. He's just talking to Gia, just taking shit off. Like, this motherfucker gonna stop? What is he doing? Scott says he was never as good as Maclin and Bully have been, but he's ready to get down and dirty at Slammiversary. So he's taking off his clothes, saying he's ready to get down and dirty. I'm not sure exactly what it is Scott is getting ready for, but I want to see it. I want to see it. Apparently they're gonna have a Scott gets naked match. Let's see it, man. I want to see how they book this one. Scott says it's gonna rain holy hell in Windsor, and that one of them will not be walking out. Okay, we got a blood feud. Man. Let's see. Digital Media Championship on the line. Joe Hendry versus Yuya Uemura. All right. So it kicks off. As soon as it starts off, Joe Hendry comes out, and then he
Name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
cuts a promo to Uemura coming out to answer the challenge. The bell rings, but then Kenny King and Sheldon Jean come out right away, and they go hang out on commentary. Hendry and Yuya lock up.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
For the first time, Yuya tries a couple of headlocks and then hits arm drags. He then offers a handshake to Yuya, but then he takes back the handshake, and then he gives him a little bow, you know, in his culture, and gives him a bow. So then when Yuya bows back, Hendry suplexes him and follows up with a clothesline. What a dick. I'm actually not sure at all if this guy is a heel or a babyface. Not sure at all. After the break, the digital media champion elbows Yuya and hits a neck breaker for the cover, kick out. He then keeps Yuya grounded for a minute before Yuya punches his way out and then hits a bulldog. They trade blows and strikes in the middle of the ring until Yuya explodes with a running clothesline, and then Yuya body slams him and goes up top. The digital media champion chases him, cuts him off, but then gets a fist to the face. Yuya hits a crossbody, but then the other guy rolls through and catches him. He hits the standing ovation for the win. Your winner and still digital media champion, Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
It's getting fucking ridiculous. Kenny King takes the digital media title and then hands it back to the digital media champion with force, kind of like, this will be mine. This will be mine. So, looks like that's going to be our next feud for the digital media championship. So what we have going on for Down Under in Australia right now is Hendry versus Edwards, Sabin versus Kazarian, ABC versus the Motor City Machine Guns. That is an interesting match. You have the tag team champions versus the X Division champion and the world champion. Someone's not going to look good coming out of this. Who wins this one? Who wins this one? Are we going to have double champions, or is the world champion and the X Division champion going to take an L? We'll see how they get out of this little dilemma, because I don't know about you guys, but that seems like a little bit of a pickle for me. A little bit of a pickle. All right. Main event. We have Steve Maclin and Bully Ray versus Eddie Edwards and Frankie Kazarian. Earlier, we had backstage segment with Frankie and Eddie Edwards. Eddie is trying to convince Frankie that he can be trusted. He said, hey, man, we can get this done together. Me and you know, we got this. Frankie don't trust him. Frankie's like, man, no, I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. I ain't trying to hear that shit. We gonna be separate doing our own thing together. So you do what you do, I'll do what I do. Eddie was like, hey, man, look. I swear on everything. I swear on the great Killer Kowalski. I swear on our trainer that you can trust me. So Frankie's like, all right, cool. Eddie and Maclin start by running around right away. Then Eddie throws Maclin. Excuse me. Eddie throws Maclin over his head and then tags out. Kazarian takes Maclin to the corner with punches. They go to commercial break. After the break, Bully throws Kazarian around in the heel corner. Maclin comes back in and grounds Kazarian with a chin lock on the mat. Excuse me. Eddie and Kazarian stay on the same page by double suplexing Bully. So they're working together early on here. Eddie flies out of the ring onto Bully while Kazarian hits Maclin with a Hurricane Rana onto the outside. Bully chases Alicia around the ring while Maclin strikes Eddie from behind. Right away, commentary likes to point out while Bully is chasing Alicia around the ring that Bully Ray has no problem beating the shit out of women. He's made a career out of it. Just thought that was a funny little bit of continuity. Eddie is tossed out of the ring as Bully grabs a chair. Kazarian then gets to retreat before Maclin rolls back inside. Alicia tries checking on Eddie, but Bully chases her off. Maclin puts a chin lock on Eddie on the inside. Bully comes back in and stomps on Eddie's left leg. Maclin returns and he punches Kaz off the ring apron. Eddie and Maclin then clash with double crossbodies. They had the same idea. Came in and clashed with crossbodies. Kazarian body slams both Maclin and Bully before trying a pin on Maclin. Maclin kicks out. Maclin backs Kazarian into the corner. Kazarian lifts Maclin over his shoulders for a package pile driver. Bully breaks the cover and then rakes the eyes of Eddie. Eddie gets shoved by Kazarian. Eddie shoved into Kazarian by Bully, which, plays into that rift of, oh, you can trust me. So Bully pushed Eddie right into Kazarian. Kazarian applies the chicken wing to Maclin. Eddie accidentally super kicks Kazarian, allowing Maclin to plant Kazarian for the win. This was the most blatant accidental super kick I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if Bully was supposed to duck or move or something, or Maclin, sorry, but they just stood there. He never moved. So Eddie just came in and just straight kicked Kazarian right in the face. Then they showed the replay. Look at this replay. And then they showed it again. Like, nope, never moved. Never moved. Kicked him right in the face. That, I don't know how that was supposed to be an accident. But right away, Eddie was like, he kicked him and Eddie's like, oh, no. Oh, but it wasn't even like a being sarcastic. He genuinely looked like he was remorseful for kicking Kazarian. Right away, soon as he said, I swear on Killer Kowalski, you can trust me. Whenever a wrestler says, don't worry, you can trust me, that is the first person you cannot trust. You cannot trust. All right. So clearly they're heading for Kazarian versus Eddie Edwards. Because Maclin and Bully Ray come away with the win. They got to look strong going into their big time matchup against Scott D'Amore and PCO. PCO seems to get booked and pushed at the top. I don't think I've seen him win yet. I'm trying to think. Maybe I missed something. I don't think I've seen PCO win yet. He's constantly losing and getting beat up and constantly getting booked and put right back at the top of the card. Like, what are we doing here with PCO? I really don't know. Am I missing something? Is he winning matches somewhere? Is there an Impact Dark? Is PCO racking up wins on another program? Why is he constantly booked at the top? but never really used. I mean, he's like a main event jobber, if that makes any sense. You know, like they have no real plans to do anything. I don't think he's gonna be world champion anymore, or anything like that. But they book him. I don't want to say they book him strong. They book him consistently at the top of the card. But I don't know, man. I don't think he's gonna fare too well, to be honest, man. That was the main event, and that was tonight's show. Like I said, not a lot happening on this show tonight. They are building towards Slammiversary, one of the biggest shows of the year. I'm going down on, I believe it's on July 15th. I will be covering it as always, so make sure you are here for that. I'm not exactly sure if that show is going to go up that evening or the next morning. So stay tuned, follow me on Twitter and all of that stuff, and I'll keep you guys posted on exactly when I will be doing the live post-show review. That is the show. I have some super chats to get into. I love reading super chats, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. I already read that damn FOMO's Larry loving ass super chats. Christopher Smith with the $4.99 super chat says maybe Rosemary is hanging with El Generico at the orphanage in Mexico. Is that where El Generico is? I didn't know he went to an orphanage in Mexico. Then again, I wasn't sure what he did. So okay, if that's where he is, yeah, maybe, man. Maybe that's where Rosemary is, at an orphanage in Mexico. Maybe. Christopher Smith then comes back. Back again with the $1.99 super chat says Kelly and Masha future tag champs. Easily for sure. You can tell that they are definitely grooming them to be the Knockouts tag team champions, and no one's going to stop them. No one is going to stop them. They are going to run through, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. Chris Smith said, yeah, he went to an orphanage in 2013. Oh, okay, shit. He's got to come back at some point, man. He can't just stay at an orphanage. Been there for 10 years. What is El Generico doing? Wrestling in the orphanage? What is he doing? He's got to get out of there, man. He's got to get out of that fucking orphanage. Maybe go to WWE and form a trios team with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Right? Maybe. Think about it. It's very possible. Guys, that is today's show. Once again, short, sweet, to the point. I love it. Man. Get you in and out. Just like a quickie. What? Well, Lord Quaz is not here. I'm not getting paused. Guys, that is tonight's show. Josh, what up with you, man? Join me this Saturday on JD's channel as we cover Collision, and then back here again next Thursday for the Impact Zone. Thank you so much, guys. My name is Jesse, aka your very own one and only Shoutouts Smart. Love you, Susan. I see you. I'm so sorry I didn't get a chance to shout you out. Thank you guys so much. Head of Talent Relations, Susan D, here as always. It's awesome. See you guys next time. Love the many. Fuck the few. Peace.
Saw the light of the earth and I've been fucked up since then. This fusion, clenching, that might get a bitch contusions. It's two of Chicago's fucking gruesome. Introducing you to Flux. Big dreams are made of these.
disagree. All over the world, it's the same old thing. Psychodrama, fluctuating.
My continuous output, my flow of ideas for years been thrilling in me. Please don't stop this feeling in me before the feeling get to killing in me. See, I'm into mayhem. When the play hit the streets of havoc, and then I'm ready in your grave. And Lucifer got nothing to do with this shit. To the days of dirt, getting fucked up within. And I put that on the house, bitch. To the days of the dirt, you gon' cancel that down shit. What the fuck are you from?
And you can inhale the danger. Consider this us spilling out pills of anger. Fuck around, swell a vein up and make you rebel on the stranger. Get contained up, things I'm thinking. Sometimes I be feel like I'm sinking in the motherfucking words of the rap. Floating in the ink pen, breathing and blinking as I lead you to the brink and push you off in the deep end of the issue. Out of the realm of reaching, you ain't gonna know what the fuck to hit you cause you sleeping. Chicago up in your motherfucking shit. Here to show you how worse of it fucking get. Don't play by books. I'm really up in it, burning the rules. Fuck that instruction shit.